The way Johnny Nitro wears the Intercontinental Championship. Jesus, way to take a prestigious championship and make it look like your dick is hanging out.
I wish you had a swing like that.
Whoa.
I thought that Johnny Nitro's entrance was unusual.
What, you think Jeff Hardy's entrance is unusual? How is it unusual in any way? Jeff Hardy's entrance is awesome, Jerry.
And JR, this crowd is live tonight.
What's that supposed to mean? This crowd is live tonight? Of course we're live. This is on freaking pay-per-view.
16,105.
Fucks, I don't give about the number of people in attendance.
Nitro landing on his feet.
Not really. Johnny landed on his right knee, which is clearly not a foot.
The #1 contender for the Intercontinental title.
Ear-shattering scream. Sorry, I couldn't simply say ah for a scream like that.
I think he's trying to challenge Carlito for the strangest hair here in the WWE.
Jerry Lawler acting like he's never seen a hairstyle like Carlito's before in his life. That's not a strange hairstyle, man.
They remember having heart palpitations. No, wait, she doesn't have a heart.
Too far, JR. Too far.
Oh, great stroke.
Jeff jumped a little too early for that unnecessary backflip, considering Johnny's kick missed him completely.
Give up! I think Melina just said, give up, Hardy, or I shall taunt you again.
What? For one thing, the words, or I shall taunt you again, were never brought up. And for the other, that was Johnny who told Jeff to give up, not Melina. Melina is rooting for Johnny to inflict more damage upon Jeff's leg.
Up in Montreal tonight. That's when I heard he was in Tampa. Well, they're kind of close, aren't they?
Jerry Lawler must have failed his geography classes in school because Montreal, Quebec, and Tampa, Florida are very far away from each other. What an idiot.
Cover! The cover! What a horrible break!
Are you freaking kidding me right now? JR refers to a rope break as a horrible break? It's not like rope breaks aren't fair. It's Jeff's fault for hooking the inside leg rather than the outside leg.
Hey, Lita!
Victory due to outside interference is always a sin. Man, if only this reunion of Team Extreme was happier than the true reality of it. The spotlight shined upon Hell in a Cell, but let's wait 2 more matches until we actually lower it. This was just to fool the audience into thinking the Cell match was up next. We love trolling the audience 2006 style.
Forget that. Look at this guy. He's got the perfect face for Halloween.
That's racist.
Listen to me.
It takes 5 seconds to finish saying listen to me for Armando Estrada, apparently.
Undefeated. Undefeated.
How can someone be undefeated at the same time that they're already undefeated? I don't get it. Armando actually believed that he could intimidate freaking Kane. What an idiot. First, Armando believed he could intimidate Kane, and now he believes that he can stop the referee from doing the countouts. I honestly would love to see Armando managing someone today and believe he can stop the 10 chance.
Bulldozer! Calls that move the ATM.
Seriously? Well, it's obvious by this replay that Umaga failed to hit Kane whatsoever with that 8TM move. Seriously, that's sinful even if I say it.
Now both men on the outside.
Did anyone else notice that the referee was counting out Kane and Umaga faster than he normally would? Was he seriously getting bored of this match and wanted to do anything to end it quickly?
The crowd. They're in the back.
Well, since the match is over by means of a double countout, add in the post-match assault sin.
Got Umaga reeling and
Legend states that Kane and Umaga continue their battle throughout the rest of this pay-per-view event.
Here it comes, watch us now. Oh!
Vince McMahon's attempt at preparing for freaking Hell in a Cell is watching footage of himself whacking Triple H with a weapon and pinning him in a non-Hell in a Cell match. We just know he's gonna get annihilated.
Unlike the country of Canada that relies on its allies to do all the work.
Ignorance of history. Also, fuck you. True, the Spirit Squad are all recognized as the World Tag Team Champions under the Freebird rule, but it gets confusing on who the hell's competing, especially since most of the time the selected participants aren't the ones actually wearing the belts and thus representing their team.
got it in your face.
Very bad idea to shout out what you're going to do and giving your opponent a 100% chance of knowing what's coming and figuring out how to counter you. Tag by slapping. Jesus, that seems pretty harsh.
A lot of you there.
Awesome. Nice. Seriously, what the hell was that supposed to be?
Keeping score at home or on the outside.
How does one keep score in a regular wrestling match? Like, I don't get it. There's no points or time limits in this match, so what's to keep score of?
The hook of the leg.
I seriously don't understand why some referees decide to do a random fast count, meaning the wrestlers would get pinned in about 2 seconds instead of the usual 3. Kenny taking a moment to dance with Robbie before delivering the swinging neck breaker. Whoever starts randomly dancing before executing a move is honestly ridiculous in my opinion.
Can't do any better than that. Another cheap shot.
How the hell was that a cheap shot? It was Rory who momentarily distracted Kenny, which prompted Kenny to attack him. That's not a cheap shot if Rory was asking for it the whole time. Sure, it looks semi-cool, but this gets sinned because Kenny obviously jumped on his own accord and decided to injure his own partners at the Spirit Squad.
Sexpert.
That move's originally called a face buster, but considering Mikey had grabbed Rory by the beard, might as well call it a beard buster. And now I sound stupid, as usual in these videos.
I think we've just heard DX's death sentence.
When a McMahon wants to fight you inside the cell, it's kinda obvious who's getting the death sentence.
That young man doesn't look too intimidated, does he, JR?
Shane McMahon ain't ever afraid of taking risks. Of course he's not intimidated by the cell. Did you not see the time he jumped off the Titantron?
Shane was a little kid, he got mad because gumball machines didn't take credit cards.
What?
Cameraman injured seriously.
So the cell stays up while Vince, Shane, and the Big Show make their entrance, but decides to close down before D-Generation X even makes their entrance. The cell is addicted to DX.
Are you ready?
45 seconds of waiting for DX's music to hit, and the music only hits because Show's getting impatient here, just like me.
Too much! Oh, look at me.
The fact that Show is restraining Vince from making a move on Hunter and Shawn proves that he has completely zero faith in his teammates at all. Not that I blame him, but still. They're your teammates, dude. Let them fight if they want to. It's freaking Hell in a Cell.
Square Garden.
Well, since the double low blow occurred before the match even began, adding in the pre-match assault sin. That's a first. Never put that sin before a Hell in a Cell match literally inside the cell.
There's no disqualification. It goes without saying.
Then why did you even say it if it goes without saying? When I hear the "You screwed Brett" chants, it's honestly hard to tell who the fans are chanting at, considering both Shawn and Vince are in this match on opposing sides. Wow. Loud and clear as day, Shawn just told Shane, over the top. What do you bet that he's going to throw Shane over the top rope? Yep.
Got his cup tonight.
DX are dicks to, the Big Shows? Whatever. Shawn actually wasting 15 seconds of time debating about punching the referee. He must be possessed or something inside the cell.
Jim Wall of that Hell in a Cell.
Jerry, the match is called Hell in a Cell, but the structure itself is just the cell. It honestly sounds dumb saying thrown right into the Hell in a Cell because ain't the hell supposed to be the carnage inside the cell, not the cell itself?
It doesn't have to be like this, does it, JR?
You're right, Jerry. It doesn't have to be like this. This is too soft for a Hell in a Cell match.
There's gotta be some kind of rules in this thing.
9 years of intense and hardcore Hell in a Cell matches, and Jerry Lawler is still questioning the possibility of rules.
To start with, the giant.
Show has delivered his knockout punch, yet Hunter isn't even knocked out from it. And Show is much more bigger here than he is now, so the punch should have more effectiveness here. And yet it doesn't.
You know this is how.
Hi, you missed.
The Big Show.
Show is a dick, just tossing Vince across the ring as an attempt to get him out of harm's way.
Instructing the Big Show to be subject.
Ow, my hands! And they're somehow not bleeding from that.
WWE.
Drunken punches.
Past the point of no return.
Show yelling "watch this" like he's a kid on the playground about to do a regular jump and telling his parents to watch first.
Correcting his kid.
Copyright infringement. That coast to coast hurt so bad a dramatic whip of my hair backwards is in order.
Right into that.
Just making sure you're definitely deaf. Cool?
Got this coast to coast one more time with Vince.
By saying that, Jerry pretty much said that it was Vince that gave Hunter the coast to coast instead of Shane, and this was the third replay of it too, and he still messed up on who delivered that move. Vince is disturbing, holy shit that was awesome face. Gross, now we got blood on the freaking camera.
Here we go. It's over. And
The moment when someone prevents his opponent from being pinned because he's having too much fun is the moment where we know he's not going to win the match due to his own arrogance being his downfall.
it has certainly got to be.
We're gonna be here all night, aren't we? Impromptu Kiss My Ass Club segment. Also, the entire existence of the Kiss My Ass Club.
Here.
The Big Show's "oh my god, I just crushed my own partner and now I'm definitely losing my title in the near future along with a year and a half away from the WWE face." How Show's testicles are still functioning after getting them hit 5 or 6 times is beyond me.
You'll have to grow a new pair if that's possible.
It's not. He's totally fucked.
Do this!
So I'm guessing Hunter putting the chair around Shane's neck was a complete waste of time, considering Shawn didn't even connect the elbow with the chair at all. He hit Shane's chest just below the chair, missing it completely. Hunter is a dick to the stairs.
I said suck it!
Right now, you guys are expecting me to remove sins for this moment when DX shoved Vince's head up Show's ass. My answer? Hell no! That shit's disgusting. Doesn't matter if it was a historic moment, because not all historic moments are worth sin removers.
Jesus!
Easily breakable sledgehammer is easily breakable.
They may have signed their own death certificate, but they have turned out to be just the opposite.
And you're surprised?
Toronto!
Trish Stratus' homecoming and final entrance of her full-time career was awesome to watch.
Fans.
Sucks when you trip during the entrance of your retirement match.
It was a match by count-out so she could keep her time.
How Lita did not see that coming after watching Trish the whole time is beyond me.
Hey!
Sure, that's Trish's signature taunt prior to connecting the Stratus faction, but she did it for too long and that was likely the reason she failed to connect.
We all have hoped for many of...
Monologuing is always a villain's greatest weakness.
Oh!
Lita was already starting to fall before Trish could even connect with a roundhouse kick. Happy that I got to witness Trish's retirement match at this event and her final women's title victory. Removing 10 sins is a thank you to a wonderful career at Trish Stratus.
Unless you're Canadian, in which case you don't have much of a life.
Fuck you!
Randy Orton became the youngest WWE champion in history.
Wrong. The youngest WWE champion is Brock Lesnar. The youngest world heavyweight champion was Randy Orton. Get your facts right, JR. They're not, nor will they ever be, the same championship.
The great Carlos Colon.
Carlos Colon.
Randy Orton, Carl, Trish Stratus, a bitch.
Man, tonight isn't the night for the commentators, continuously messing up their sentences. Never knew that Randy Orton called Trish Stratus a bitch. Whatever that means. Carlito's phrase is that he spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool, but he still decides to spit in Randy's face despite Randy trying to act cool backstage.
Athleticism, Randy
Carlito attempting to mock Randy's signature pose, but ended up mocking King Booker instead. Wrong wrestler, dude.
Again? Moonsault.
Carlito hits a moonsault and then decides to wait about 5 seconds before going for the pin. Not really a good idea to do that.
And Orton bleeding from the mouth.
That's like the 5th or 6th time in 1 minute that JR mentioned Randy bleeding from the mouth. It's as though he never witnessed someone bleed from the mouth, or he simply likes reminding people that someone's bleeding from the mouth. Ah.
For 3, trying to hook the leg.
What do you mean Carlito was trying to hook the leg? Looked like he was doing just fine and hooked Randy's leg in that pinfall without any struggle.
Carlitos!
And here's 3 sins removed for that amazing RKO out of nowhere. The graphics for the main event are incorrect considering Lita is no longer the women's champion. Also, considering Lita doesn't even accompany Edge to the ring tonight, what's the point of having her appear on the match graphics in the first place?
Tonight, Cena's already...
Jerry is a dick to his papers.
Will you listen to this ovation?
Well, I would listen to Edge's ovation from the crowd if the WWE producers in the back didn't fucking mute it, giving a double sin for muting a standing ovation.
He's done everything he can to get this entire city behind him.
The fact that Edge is from Toronto is good enough to get the crowd behind him. Whether heel or face, wrestlers are always cheered for by their hometown crowd. That's like wondering if Toronto would cheer for their own Maple Leafs if they did villainous tactics in their hockey games.
Hell out of John Cena. Here.
Instead of saluting the crowd, John Cena gives them the read between the lines treatment. Bet some of you guys never noticed that.
Tables, ladders, and chair match.
Tables, ladders, and chair match? So many tables and ladders are allowed in this match, but only 1 chair is allowed? That seems a little low.
He is a former 2-time WWE champion.
Why John's WWE title resume was brought up when he's not even the champion is beyond me. Like, what is the whole point of that if the ring announcers never do that for every other challenger that's been the champion before? The big epic TLC main event is about to begin, yet this asshole right here prefers to talk on his phone instead.
Again, no pinfalls, no submissions.
We know.
Edge just never lost one.
Well, I got the feeling that JR just jinxed Edge's undefeated streak in TLC matches. Could be wrong, who knows.
And Cena!
Copyright infringement? Somewhat? Close enough. Ring post spanking.
Hey, Edge got 2,
Hey John, let's play musical chairs for a while.
Time he goes into a WWE ring.
What the hell is a WW ring? A World Wrestling Ring? Or is this a name for another wrestling promotion?
Look at Edge sitting up that table, that chair.
What? What? Seriously? First JR fucks up by saying Edge is setting up a table, but then he corrects himself by saying Edge is setting up a fucking chair. I am adding in 2 cents for the table botch, then another 2 cents for the chair botch. He literally said anything but the ladder. Also, first ladder introduced is too small to reach the prize cliche.
The Edge is so ingenious.
Ow, my hands!
I'm gonna try to Edge drop kick.
Wow, JR is really botching a lot tonight. Almost was about to say that John Cena drop kicked the ladder back into John Cena's face. John is addicted to Edge's... shit, I don't know what to say in this case. I usually say the first and last name, but I can't in this case. You guys suggest what to comment for that, Sin.
Oh my God, look out here.
Aha, you failed big time.
What's this now?
Damn, that was awesome. Don't you agree? Very creative from Edge.
Great scramble. Oh, Cena.
Right through the table by your logic, right, JR? Damn, that STFU with Edge sandwiched between the ladder was hardcore, and I'm removing a couple sins for it.
Look at this.
I guess John got a little bored with attacking Edge and decides to execute the FU on the ladder instead. Sure, the intention was to get Edge, but it still looks weird to see the FU performed on an inanimate object. Yeah, I know what I said. Shut up. The fuck is that referee doing, randomly getting chairs to the ring? Also, the referee shouts, "Hey," to Edge for stealing one of the chairs from him. Wasn't your intention to get the chairs in the ring from the start? If so, why bother telling Edge off for taking one in a freaking TLC match? Edge is not even considering the fact that one of John's legs is away from the table, which means that he can easily get out of the way from whatever Edge is going to do. Edge is a veteran of this match and never lost, so he should know about that. Poor attempt at a repeat from WrestleMania 17. Sorry, Edge, but nice try.
Cena's to the point he just doesn't give a damn what happens to Edge.
You mean John actually did care about what happened to Edge earlier? That is 100% doubtful from my point of view, considering John wanted to destroy Edge in his own match. Softest chair shot I have ever seen.
He's got it.
Wow, instead of unstrapping the title, John actually turned it around just to make sure that it was the WWE Championship. What did he expect would be up there, the Women's Championship?
Watch this, thanks to that bitch Lita.
Man, I miss the good old days where even the commentators could refer to the women as bitches whenever they did something that seemed unfair. I'm actually removing a sin for the way Jerry said that, to be honest, because it was funny.
Here's Cena.
Edge attempted to crush the referee who shouldn't have been heading to the ring in the first place. Lita ending up costing Edge the chance at winning and potentially the match too. That had to sting more than the table Edge just smashed through. That table was obviously drunk. And now I'm removing 10 sins for an epic way to end this awesome TLC match. These two did a hell of a job. Also, Edge just got the FU right through 2 chairs, right, JR? Still can't believe he botched left and right tonight. And now Teddy Long feels like he just wasted 3 hours of his time in that skybox.